Imagine trying to grab water with your bare hands. No matter how tightly you clench, it slips through your fingers, leaving you with just a damp, frustrated grip. That's often what living with ADHD can feel like. It's not a lack of effort, not a flaw in character, and certainly not something you can just try harder to overcome. It's a neurological reality, a different way the brain is wired, and it impacts everything from focus to emotional regulation. For years, ADHD was dismissed as a problem with hyperactive kids who couldn't sit still, but that's a dangerously narrow view. The truth is, ADHD is complex, multifaceted, and manifests in countless ways. It's a spectrum, and understanding its symptoms is the first step toward managing it, embracing its unique aspects, and ultimately thriving with it. In this video, we're diving deep, pulling back the curtain on every major ADHD symptom, explaining what they truly mean and why they matter. So, if you've ever felt like your brain is running a marathon while your body is stuck in quicksand, or that your internal world is a whirlwind of brilliant ideas and frustrating missteps, then this is for you. Let's unpack the reality of ADHD, one symptom at a time. Symptom 1, the elusive nature of focus. Inattention. When people think of ADHD, inattention is often the first thing that comes to mind. But it's not simply not paying attention. It's more like your brain has 1,000 open tabs, and they're all vying for your attention simultaneously. Imagine trying to read a book while a dozen other conversations are happening around you. A TV is blaring, and a dozen thoughts about what you need to do later are screaming for acknowledgement. It's not that you can't focus, it's that your focus is constantly being pulled in different directions. This can look like difficulty sustaining attention on tasks, even those you find interesting, making careless mistakes, not listening when spoken to directly, failing to follow through on instructions, or easily getting sidetracked. It's the constant battle against a wandering mind, the internal tug of war between what you should be doing and what your brain wants to do. The world is too interesting, and every stimulus becomes an invitation for exploration. Symptom 2, the restless spirit, hyperactivity. While not every person with ADHD experiences significant hyperactivity, it's a hallmark symptom, especially in childhood. But it's not always about bouncing off the walls. For adults, hyperactivity often internalizes. It can manifest as an inner restlessness, a feeling of being driven by a motor. Even when you're sitting still, it might be fidgeting, tapping, pacing, or an overwhelming urge to always be doing something. It's the constant need for movement, even subtle. This can make quiet activities difficult, lead to excessive talking, or a general feeling of being unable to truly relax. It's the physical manifestation of an overactive brain, the body mirroring the mind's unceasing hum. This isn't a choice. It's an intrinsic drive that demands an outlet. Symptom 3, the impulse control challenge, impulsivity. This symptom can be incredibly challenging and often misunderstood. Impulsivity means acting without thinking through the consequences. This isn't recklessness for the thrill of it. It's a breakdown in the brain's stop mechanism. It can lead to blurting out answers, interrupting conversations, making hasty decisions, overspending, or engaging in risky behaviors without proper foresight. It's the inability to hit the brakes before the thought becomes an action. This can strain relationships, create financial difficulties, and lead to regret. The pause button in the brain, which allows for reflection and consideration, often feels broken. The immediate urge takes precedence, and the future consequences only become clear in hindsight. Symptom 4, the time warp, time blindness. This is one of the most frustrating and often overlooked symptoms. Time blindness isn't just being bad at managing time. It's a fundamental difficulty in perceiving and estimating its passage. For someone with ADHD, time isn't a linear progression. It's more like a series of nows. The past is a vague memory, and the future is an abstract concept that feels perpetually far away until it's suddenly upon you. This leads to chronic lateness, underestimating how long tasks will take, difficulty planning, and missing deadlines. A deadline that feels weeks away can suddenly be tomorrow, and the urgency only kicks in when it's too late. It's like living in a perpetual present, where the clock is always playing tricks on your perception. Symptom 5, the emotional rollercoaster, emotional dysregulation. While not officially part of the diagnostic criteria in some manuals, emotional dysregulation is a profoundly impactful symptom. For for many with ADHD. This means experiencing emotions intensely and having difficulty regulating their expression. Small frustrations can escalate into explosive anger. Minor setbacks can trigger deep sadness, and joy can be overwhelming. It's not that emotions are wrong, it's that the internal thermostat for emotional responses is skewed. This can lead to frequent mood swings, irritability, low frustration tolerance, and an inability to bounce back from emotional upsets quickly. It's like living with an exposed nerve ending, where every emotional experience is amplified, and the ability to self-soothe is compromised. The world feels more intense, and your reactions often mirror that intensity. Symptom 6, the struggle to start. Task initiation, difficulty. This isn't about laziness. It's about the brain's ability to kickstart action. Task initiation difficulty means knowing what you need to do, wanting to do it, but feeling an invisible wall between your intention and action. It's like standing at the edge of a swimming pool, desperate to get in, but unable to take the first step. This can manifest as procrastination, leaving tasks unfinished, or feeling paralyzed by overwhelming to-do lists. The friction required to begin a task, even a simple one, can feel insurmountable. This often leads to feelings of guilt and shame, as others may perceive it as a lack of motivation, when in reality, it's a neurological hurdle. The path from thought to action is cluttered with invisible obstacles. Symptom 7, the memory maze. Working memory deficits. Working memory is like your brain's temporary notepad, where you hold information to manipulate it. For those with ADHD, this notepad often feels incredibly small or leaky. This means difficulty remembering instructions, forgetting what you were just doing, losing track of conversations, or struggling to follow multi-step directions. It's why you might walk into a room and forget why you entered, or constantly misplace your keys and phone. It's not a problem with long-term memory. It's the short-term, active memory that struggles to retain information in the moment. This can make everyday tasks feel like a constant scavenger hunt for information. Symptom 8, the Hyperfocus Paradox, when focus becomes a trap. This symptom is the fascinating, often misunderstood counterpoint to inattention. Hyperfocus is the ability to intensely concentrate on something that does capture your interest, to the exclusion of everything else. It can be a superpower when directed toward productive tasks, leading to incredible bursts of creativity and productivity. However, it can also be a significant challenge. You might lose track of time, forget to eat, neglect responsibilities, or become completely absorbed in an activity while the rest of the world fades away. It's like a laser beam of attention, incredibly powerful but difficult to redirect once engaged. The world outside the hyperfocus task simply ceases to exist, making transitions incredibly difficult. Symptom 9, the organizational overload, disorganization. This is more than just a messy desk. Disorganization in ADHD stems from difficulties with executive functions like planning, prioritizing, and managing information. It can manifest as cluttered living spaces, chaotic work environments, missed appointments, and a general struggle to maintain order. It's not a lack of desire for organization. It's a struggle with the process of organizing and maintaining it, keeping track of belongings, managing paperwork, or creating effective systems can feel like trying to build a sandcastle in a hurricane. The sheer volume of information and tasks can be overwhelming, leading to a constant state of mild chaos. Symptom 10, the rejection sensitivity, RSD. Rejection sensitive dysphoria, RSD, is an intense emotional pain in response to perceived or actual criticism, rejection, or teasing. While not a standalone diagnosis, it's a common and profoundly painful experience for many with ADHD. The emotional response is disproportionate to the event, leading to feelings of shame, intense sadness, or anger. It's like having an emotional sunburn, where even a gentle touch feels excruciating. This can lead to people-pleasing behaviors, avoiding social situations, or withdrawing from relationships to protect themselves from perceived hurt. The fear of being judged or criticized can be debilitating, creating a constant state of hypervigilance in social interactions. Symptom 11, the energy fluctuations, dysregulation of energy levels. People with ADHD often experience significant and unpredictable shifts in their energy levels. One moment they might feel wired and restless, buzzing with an almost frantic energy. The next, they can feel completely drained, exhausted, and lethargic, struggling to even move. This isn't just normal tiredness. It's an extreme and rapid fluctuation that can be incredibly disruptive. It's like your internal battery goes from 100% to 5% in minutes, without any clear reason. This can make consistent performance challenging and contributes to the feeling of being on or off rather than having a steady, predictable energy supply. Managing daily life becomes a constant negotiation with these unpredictable surges and crashes. Symptom 12, the overwhelm epidemic, sensory overload and brain fog. Finally, many with ADHD experience heightened sensitivity to sensory input, leading to sensory overload. Bright lights, loud noises, strong smells, or even certain textures can feel intensely irritating and overwhelming. This can lead to meltdowns, withdrawal, or a desperate need for quiet and calm. Coupled with this is brain fog, a feeling of mental cloudiness, difficulty thinking clearly, or a general sense of sluggishness in cognitive processes. It's like trying to navigate a dense fog, where clarity is elusive and every mental task feels like pushing through treacle. These two symptoms combined can make navigating the world incredibly draining and contribute to feelings of exhaustion and frustration. Understanding these symptoms isn't about finding excuses. It's about finding explanation. It's about recognizing that a differently wired brain operates differently, and that these differences come with both challenges and unique strengths. Embracing this understanding is the first step toward building strategies, seeking support, and ultimately, living a life that truly aligns with your unique neurological makeup. For a deeper dive into practical strategies and a compassionate understanding of how ADHD truly affects your life, I highly recommend Your Brain's Not Broken by Dr. Tamara Rosier. It's an incredibly insightful book that helps you understand the emotional landscape, time perception, and motivational challenges unique to ADHD, offering practical ways to improve your symptoms. You can find a link to purchase it in the description below. If this deep dive into ADHD symptoms resonated with you, if you found yourself nodding along or understanding yourself a little better, please like this video to help more people find this information. And for more insights into the complexities of the human mind, subscribe to the channel. Also, I'm curious, which of these symptoms do you find most challenging in your daily life? Or which one was the biggest surprise to learn about today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experiences are invaluable. And if you're interested in understanding more about complex psychological profiles, you might find my last video, 10 Signs You Are Dealing with a Psychopath, Not Just a Narcissist. Incredibly insightful. Thanks for watching, and remember, understanding is the first step toward empowerment.